So Conor McGregor loses again the fight, and this time even more brutally. This time the fight ending was so brutal that it looks like that this is gonna be the last fight of Conor. So with this loss, these points should be noted that for the first time Conor has lost the rematch. For the first time he has lost twice in a row. For the first time he has suffered a career threatening and it looks like it's ending injury. And for the first time Conor didn't even match his opponent, not even in his striking, and forget about the wrestling. So Conor did went into the fight with some sort of game plan of kicking and punching. So we saw that he was kicking good initially and trying to hurt Dustin Poirier. And within 2 minutes of the fight you can see that he connected with a flush left hand on the chin of the Porier. And Dustin returned the favor just within 3 seconds. And you can see in the photo that he connected clean on the chin of McGregor, but McGregor missed. And he pointed at towards McGregor that see, you touched me and I have touched you back. I mean, he even knocked Conor out of the frame actually. So Conor, as usually the smart fighter he is, tried to range Dustin Poirier by touching his head the usual way and putting up his knee to counter, but Dustin was in no mood to. He just went again back and again connected, and this led to the clinch position. So Dustin got the attention of Conor when he tagged him twice, and you can see in this photo that he tagged him thrice and then went for the full power left overhand, and Conor ducked it, and that's when Conor went for the clinch position so that he can avoid further flurry of punches from Dustin. And I think that was a wise decision, but Conor is known for trading and Conor is known for countering, but Dustin was throwing punches and Conor was not countering. So I don't understand what kind of game plan was that. That was not typically Conor. I mean, throwing kicks like anything and then all of a sudden clinching. And when the Conor got guillotine, which was pretty good, as you can see in this image, you can see here that Dustin neck Conor has in full control and he has hand tied also. But Dustin is black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so he separated his left hand, which was giving him power to hold the guillotine and finish it. So I would say Conor guillotine attempt was quite good, but he was not successful, and I think he burned his arms out in the process. And then Dustin delivered a nasty ground and pound to him. Conor, even though tried to kick from the bottom, Dustin was mentioning that he was grabbing the gloves of Dustin, and you can see in this image, I think he is right. But when Dustin was done with the ground and pound, he bloodied up and broke the will of Conor McGregor, I think. So he went just, okay, I'm done treating you on the ground, just go for the stand up. After failing in the ground game, Conor went for full-on war mode, 50-50 chances that I'm gonna swing for fences and you gonna swing. Let's see who gets knocked out first. I mean, that's not a good fight IQ, and that's what Conor said in the last fight after losing, that okay, maybe this time you see my grappling skills. But clearly you can see in the fight that Dustin outmatched Conor in terms of ground skills and ground and pound. Conor was not intelligently defending himself, and in the end he got himself hurt really bad. I think it's a career ending injury. And after getting up, Conor did throw a kick which was to the knee and one kick to the front and went for that 50-50 punch. And that's when, while backing up, he broke his shin bone. And that's a really bad injury. I don't know why Conor went for that hard kick directly on the knee. Why didn't he try that oblique kick which John Jones does, or did the same takedown defense which Wonder Boy does? But, I mean, that is called fight IQ and intelligent game practice. You don't go for the weapons which you don't have as compared to the Dustin Poirier. So I was really sad to see this for this type of fight IQ and fighting style from Conor. I think one of the main reason why Conor lost this fight because he went into this fight with too much emotion. He tried to kick Porier and Khabib with the same leg, which leg got destroyed while he was going back to regroup himself for the punch. And during all the press conference, Conor McGregor was saying that okay, Porier is dead man walking, he's gonna go out on a stretcher, but instead he went out on a stretcher and with career threatening injury. I was thinking that Conor is gonna shut up his critics like Jake Paul and gonna set up the Manny Pacquiao fight. But this loss looks like that this is gonna be the last fight of Conor McGregor. Remembering the performance of Conor McGregor in the rematch with Diaz, it was looking like he's gonna win the rematch with Dustin also, but Dustin proved to be a tough nut, and Conor didn't seem like the old Conor with the great fight IQ. Khabib also once said in an interview that you cannot maintain the same level for long. You can see in this video.
Nobody can be same long time. Nobody. No Tony Ferguson, no Khabib, nobody. And one day, someone gonna beat you or something gonna happen. You know, God don't give to nobody. It's like fear, power, like reaction, mental, everything in one level always. One day it's gonna be go down. You know, and he.
Khabib said that it's good always defeats evil. So I think with this performance and this loss, the rematch possibility of Khabib and Conor is also shut down. With this fight, it clearly looked like that Porier has very good ground game and good grappling, and we were thinking that Conor is gonna show some grappling skill, but that was not at all there. And Conor defeated both of these guys, submitted both of them, and when he was against Dustin Poirier, it was looking like that Khabib's grappling and submission game is way above the Poirier levels, and he told to Dana also that I'm so many level above these guys. So I think Khabib is right here. He is so many level above these guys, and Conor doesn't show that he has learned from his mistake. I was hoping that Conor will improve his grappling and submission. I mean takedown defense after learning from the Khabib's fight, as he say he's always improving, and will learn from the Poirier defeat that how to check leg kicks, not to break his leg while throwing them, and how to counter Poirier. But I was disappointed. It's actually very disappointing for Conor because in the second fight against Dustin busted his right leg and he was displaying picture of his busted and bruised right leg. In the third fight, he broke his left leg. I mean, this gonna be very disappointing. The Mystic Mac predicted that Dustin is gonna leave on stretcher. Instead, he left on stretcher. So Conor has added his name to the list of, I mean, the way Anderson Silva broke his leg, the way Chris Weidman broke his leg, and when this happened, Conor treated that a lot of micro fracture has led to this major fracture, and I'm really sad to see as a fan of Conor McGregor breaking the same shin of the leg, and I'm very sad to see this. So Dana White during his press conference said that Conor has fractured his lower tibia. You can see in the image. And tibia, I mean our shin bone and thigh bone are one of the most thick and strong bones of our body, and cracking those bones in such a way, I mean, this is really serious injury. After the Diaz-2 fight, Conor McGregor confirmed that his shin got injured, but his foot was not broken after the Diaz-2 fight. And after the injury of Chris Weidman, he tweeted that multiple injuries of the shin bone lead to this fracture. So I don't know if this is related, but Conor McGregor knew that how this injury can happen, but still he carelessly threw those heavy leg kicks, that too in the first round. Dana White confirmed in the press conference that McGregor has suffered fracture in the lower tibia of his foot, and these types of injury take too much time to heal, and they are actually career threatening. And the way it happened in the very first round of the fight, it is really a matter of concern for me. As a fan of Conor McGregor, I am really sad to see all this, and the brand he was trying to promote, McGregor Fast brand, it's a big dent to that brand as well. Everyone was trying to make the fun that the same leg he tried to kick during the face-off to Khabib and Porier, he broke the same leg during the fight. I mean, those guys who are trollers, they don't understand how much serious this injury is. And after losing the third fight to Porier, it's a big dent on Conor McGregor confidence as well. The injury Conor has suffered are pretty serious. The third degree fracture of lower tibia should not be taken lightly, and the future choices which McGregor makes should be well thought of. A lot of fighters like John Jones and Ben Askren suggested that is this the last fight of the Conor McGregor we are ever seeing? And Conor McGregor is having all the money in the world. He is a pretty reputed brand and has a fan base all across the globe. Irrespective of Ireland, everybody knows Conor McGregor. He is a very big and strong fan base in Ireland as well as in whole world. So he doesn't need to fight any time. I mean, he is set financially for life. He already got listed as the highest paid athlete with earning 180 million in 1 year. I mean, a lot of fighters, if they keep fighting for next 2 to 3 lives, they can't even make the money which he already made in just 1 year. So he doesn't need to fight anytime. He has a beautiful family back in Ireland. He can live his life lavishly and enjoy his life at the fullest with whatever money he has made for the rest of his life. He has already achieved all of his dream. I mean, achieving the two weight world championship in UFC. He's the first person to do that. He got listed as the highest paid athlete, earning even more than Leon Messi. I mean, he has everything in the world. Whatever he wanted to achieve in this life, he has already done that. He should not be in this business where you can get seriously hurt and even suffer brain damage. There is no cure of brain damage. Conor McGregor predicted once that, I mean, this is a business where you get in, get rich and get out quickly. I think he should follow his prediction now because he's a mistake Mac. So, as a person, I humbly suggest, as a fan, I beg, and as a well-wisher, I request, Conor McGregor, please don't fight again. You have all the money in the world, you have all the success in the world, you have all the fan base in the world. Enjoy that. Live your life peacefully and enjoy it with all the money you have. Fans like me will always be there, irrespective you win or lose or fight or not fight. So please be safe. Make it as a farewell fight. I mean, don't fight again, be safe, and we would like to see your comments. And time to time you can venture into other businesses. You are pretty mindful person, pretty smart person, so you can do best in mentoring other guys, being running a promotion, doing an analyst job, or whatever you can do. The money you have, the kind of money you have, you don't even need to do anything for the rest of your life. You can just enjoy and follow your hobbies. So don't get into the business. Do some exhibition where you don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. Don't do this business again. As a person, I humbly request. As a fan, I beg, and as a well-wisher, I suggest you, please get out of this contact sport. Don't suffer any more damage and enjoy your life. You have all the money in the world, man. So what do you guys think? The judgment and the assessment I made are correct? Would you like to see Conor McGregor fight again and hurt again? I mean, if you are a true fan, then please comment, should Conor McGregor fight again or no? And if not, then please share this video as much as you can so that the message reaches Conor and we can see our beloved fighter healthy and enjoying his life again.